Hello, peeps. Hello, can we all hear me out there? Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. I know it's been a sec since I've uploaded or done anything for that matter. Also, sorry about my voice. It might sound a bit funky right now because I just got back from GalaxyCon that happened this past couple of days. And I got to meet quite a few interesting people, but we'll get into it here soon. Obviously, we're first going to talk about the Fnaf 2 movie that just came out. And there's a lot to talk about here, but mainly I wanted to go over my bingo that I had made all the way back in... When did I make that video? It was months ago. It was back when like the first trailer had just dropped, I believe. Hey, good to see you, McNashy. I only have this Christmas hat on, unfortunately, Builder. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do there. Hello, Big Nasty, good to see you. So, first of all, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. What was everyone's thoughts? Everyone's currently watching. What were your thoughts on the Fnaf 2 movie that had just came out? Because I am still kind of not knowing how to feel. Again, this is, real quick before we go into it, this is a spoiler review. So, if you have not watched the movie or plan to watch it, do not watch this stream. Because you will be spoiled hard. Now that we got that out of the way, here's your chance to leave. Alright, cool. So, going into it, I thought it was a good movie. That's about it. I thought it was a good movie. I did not think it was fantastic. I did not think it was peak by any means. There was some great scenes. There was some scenes that really dragged it down. I liked it more than the first one. And I will admit, all the issues I had with the first film are fixed in this film. But now there's new problems. And again, I will talk about it more in detail when we get to it. However, right now, we're not currently focusing on that. We are focusing on just the review of the movie. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first thing that I put on my bingo was Withered Bonnie will punch someone. And what I mean by punch is, I mean the ignited Bonnie punch from The Joy of Creation. It was a huge meme, and I thought Scott was going to, like, it'd be a good opportunity for the Wizards to, or Withered Bonnie to at least, you know, full on punch someone in the face, like put a hole through them. We didn't get that meme. We got a different meme. We'll get to that. Actually, since if we're talking about memes, then yeah, sure, I'll talk about that. They had in the whore, when Mike was holding the Freddy plush when he went to go back to the original Freddy's location. That was pretty funny, I thought. I thought that was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that was one thing that I really enjoyed. But yeah, no Wither Bonnie punch, unfortunately. So I cannot mark that bingo space. Also, yeah, this is my little thing I'm gonna be marking the bingo with because I don't have like anything else I can use. So I can't mark that yet. So unfortunately, the first one not off to a great start. The next one was Puppet will end up being Mike's mother. That one was a huge shot in the dark, and yeah, obviously I was wrong. The puppet was Charlotte, and that was revealed to us very early on in the trailers. So yeah, not Mike's mom. And my main evidence of that was that they were going to use the Living Tombstone song, It's Been So Long, in the movie, and they did, and the song makes no sense. Because the song is all about like how the mother becomes the puppet, and is sad that they left their kid there to die. I guess if you kind of really stretch it, you can be like, oh, well, maybe like this could be representing Henry, disappointed that that he left his daughter to die. But like, no, that's not what the lyrics say. The lyrics say that like, it won't be long before I become the puppet. So, yeah. Thought you could try to kill Abby in the like Fnaf. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think if we find a good opportunity to talk about the fight scene, we'll definitely talk about the ending fight scene, because I got a lot to say about that. But yeah, no. Mike's mom was not the puppet. I was wrong about that one. Quickly, I'm actually going to pull up the soundtrack for the next one here. Newton Brothers. Spelled that wrong. Fnaf 2. Where is the playlist? Where's the soundtrack? Soundtrack. Where is it? Okay, fucking whatever. Okay, I can't find it. I'm not sure why I can't find it. But anyway. Did anyone see the shop? Oh, yes. Again, we'll talk about that here in a second. So, better music references. So this was mainly to say, I was kind of hoping for more game references, but I knew there wasn't a whole lot to go off of, especially for FNAF 2. But I will just say like just better music references, or like a better music in general, like a better soundtrack. And we got that. I definitely liked the soundtrack in this film way better. They finally had the Torador March. I don't know if I can play any of the soundtrack. Actually thinking about it now, I'm like a copyright strike. But what was it? I was gonna say we had the Torador March finally. There was like the 80s theme that was used at the very beginning of the very beginning scene where Spring Bonnie was kidnapping a child, as Spring Bonnie does. So there's like 4 soundtracks that I really enjoyed. Okay, this is of course a horror film. You can't really have a whole lot of, but like that opening scene with that like 80s style music sounded so much like Leon, and I really enjoyed it. Again, the also I have to of course say the new intro scene with the 8-bit cutscene with the remixed main theme from the first film. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. So yeah, that was great. Torador March, great. Opening 8-bit cutscene, great. The Mango Chase theme for the car was also pretty good as well, but also, yeah, no Mango, like, static, like radio, you know what I'm talking about? Like, no Mango sound effect, which was really weird, I thought. But, whatever, you know? I'm going to go ahead and mark off better music references, even though I'm just mainly talking about better music in general. So that's number 1. Control-C, Control-V. There we go. So, next one we have is a proper phone guy. We did not get that. Pretty straightforward. We did not get a phone guy at all. I don't really think there's anybody that was trying to be phone guy in this. I really don't know how they could do a phone guy. But I put it in there just to be like, hey, you never know, you know? But yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but whatever. So we'll go ahead and move on from that because there's not much I could say there. There was no phone guy. Markiplier cameo. Again, also nothing. I know Mark has said before that if he's going to be in the FNAF movie, he wants to play a main role. He doesn't want to be like a background Easter egg or like a cameo, which kind of sucks. I really don't know why he wants to be a main part of it. Again, I know he's doing great stuff with like Iron Lung, by the way. We'll talk about that if you guys want to. Hello there. Welcome in. But I don't know. It kind of sucks that Mark wants to be a main part of it. And honestly, if he would have been in the first film, that would have been a perfect spot for him to be in. But, you know, they didn't end up working out. And I don't even know if they wanted him. I mean, I don't know if there was a role for him in this film he could have been. Like, I don't really know who could have been, like, an Easter egg character or how he could have been a main part of it. So it just didn't end up happening. So, yeah. No Markiplier cameo, unfortunately. Sad to say. But maybe the third one. Third time's a charm. We'll see. Now, any Easter egg characters from the games. Obviously, Shadow Bonnie was in there. But also, we had Candy. We had Pop Goes. And we have to, of course, mention the one that everyone saw. Didn't matter if you were looking away from screen or not. Circus Baby. Circus Baby was just there. And my brother recorded my reaction to that in the theater. By the way, shout out to my brother, Jonah, if you're watching. Thank you so much. He works at the movie theater, so he got us a private screening where I could just be by myself with my friends, my girlfriend, and of course him. So he recorded my reaction to that. So that was super, super cool. Like, that one blew my mind. I was freaking the hell out. Like, same here, McNasty. I was like, not expecting that at all. But that's a clear setup for a plausible Sister Location sequel movie, but we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, definitely gonna be marking that one. I still cannot believe we got Circus Baby. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. It was so cool. Like, Circus Baby being in the film, I wasn't expecting that. It just, like, what does it mean though? Like, where are we gonna go from that? Are we saying, okay, because of course William made the fun times in the games, obviously, but like, Circus Baby's eyes were green. Why were they green? Does that mean Elizabeth exists? Does does Vanessa have a secret little sister? How many movies do you think they're gonna be? I originally thought it was just gonna be 3, but if they're setting up Baby, then like there might be a Sister Location movie. Like, yeah, unless Baby's gonna be shoved into the 3rd film, which I doubt they'll do, because that'd be kind of weird. But from what I've been seeing throughout these movies, I don't know, it could go either way. I think a Sister Location movie would absolutely be fantastic. Like, I think out of all the games, it would adapt into film the greatest. As much as I don't like Sister Location, to be honest, I do think, like, watching it as like a series or a movie, I think it would work really well. I don't know who would be going down to that underground bunker, if there even is an underground bunker, or whatever happened to, you know, Circus Baby's Pizza World, if it even happened in here. But also, she looked phenomenal, by the way. Can we talk about how perfect she looked? Like, that looked like it was straight from the game. Like, I know all these other characters, you can kind of nitpick details, but like Circus Baby, 1-to-1. Like, I have no complaints on Baby's model. It looked phenomenal. We will get to the kill count here soon. Absolutely, but yes, we will absolutely talk about it here in a second. The Wolf's Location will be super interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's interesting for sure. But Scott's been making a lot of weird decisions, especially with this film. Again, I will give my full thoughts when we get around to it if it comes up. But yeah, Sister Location as a movie, I think would be absolutely banger. I think it would be fantastic. Next one. Springtrap cameo. Obviously, like, yeah, of course, he was there. There was the very end credit scene with, who I am going to assume is Phone Dude, and one of his friends, another guy named Ethan as well, who found Springtrap in the first place. But the bearded guy, I don't know what his name is, or if he had a name. Ooh, hell yeah. Good for you, McNash. Yeah, I need to get mine as well. But, Phone Dude, I'm going to just call him that, and his other friend, you know, they were going into the original location. They were trying to be like, okay, we need to grab everything we can before the building gets demolished, for the new horror attraction, or like the or yeah, I think he said horror attraction or something like that. And then he was just like, grab anything that can have a little bit of like nostalgia. Like, that guy felt like Phone Dude to me. But then of course the guy named Ethan who found Springtrap was like, I found it back here. I think I found one. Oh, real one. Also, their acting, by the way, was phenomenal. Like, they reacted like they actually were excited to see what was in front of them. Like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cool. I got water with me. So again, sorry for my throat. I got the con flu, but we'll talk about that. But that ending scene was beautiful, by the way. I knew it was gonna happen, so it didn't like surprise me. We remember ready to leave until the scene showed up and we're genuinely jumping. Oh man, that's so cool. Like I said, I knew it was gonna happen, not because I was spoiled, but because I was just expecting it. But like, that, first of all, from what we saw under the covers, that Springtrap model looked great. I thought it looked absolutely like phenomenal. And I hope we get to see the full thing in the behind the scenes vlog. Or they might save it for a surprise, I don't know. People might disagree with this one, but I think Fnaf 3 should be rated R. Yes, I also agree with that. Not because I think it needs to be super, like, bloody and gory. Maybe a little bit more blood in this film would have gone a long way, but Springtrap has a literal fucking corpse in him. Like, how are you going to show that off in, like, the shadows? Like, I wanna see this thing. I wanna be scared of it. There's a corpse inside of this rabbit. So, like, come on. But yeah, Springtrap cameo, absolutely. I cannot wait to see what he does in the film. Can I place it there? Thank you. I also wonder how they're gonna set it up too, because the way the movie ends was very, good lord. Proper horror instead of just an introduction to horror. Yeah, for sure. Next thing, Withered Foxy jump scare. And by that I mean the obvious, like, jumping at Michael. That didn't happen. Obviously. So I can't count that. The only jump scare we got was just the kind of like the hook swung down. And I'm talking about, like, voice crack. I'm talking about like the full-on jump towards him. And, like, I can get how they couldn't do that, because that might look a bit funky. And maybe they thought about it and tried, but it just didn't end up working out. But, yeah. And also, the fact that Withered got barely any screen time, which, again, we'll get to that. But Withered Foxy didn't really get Withered Foxy himself did not get a whole lot of screen time. Well, none of them did. So I can't really say that. But I can't count it because it's not the jump. I was looking for, like, the jump, the meme, that one that we all know and love. Like, actually, that's probably instant a paper bag in the Fnaf 2 location. Oh my god, no, for real. I mean, in all fairness, though, they were walking super slowly towards him, so, like, oh my god, yeah, Withered Bonnie got done dirty. He had, like, no screen time. He didn't even get, like, a cool, like, mask office scene. He was just, like, in the vent. Also, there was some argument to be had between me and Delta, because Delta was like, oh, Withered Bonnie, like, punched the vent open, and it's like, yeah, we didn't see it, and, like, that still doesn't count. Like, he was supposed to hit somebody and, like, break their skull. So, yeah, we did not get the Withered Foxy jump scare, unfortunately. Moving on, William has a son. Somebody better pick up that phone, because I fucking called it. I did not think that was gonna be true, but yeah, no. Michael Afton is officially canon in the movies now. Okay, like, that's cool, I guess. Okay, so like I said, I forgot to mention this. I just got out of a second screening, like literally 30 minutes ago. And like, what was Michael's character? What was he doing? Like, Michael Afton being evil? I'm okay with it, as long as they do it well. Because, like, I mean, like, what was the point in introducing another Michael? Like, and like, I get from the get-go when the paranormal investigators first met them. He was like, it's Michael, actually. It's like, he hates being called Mike, which is, okay, cool. I don't know what that's about. And honestly, I don't mind him being a villain, it's fine, but what was the point of his character in the film? Like, I think Freddie Carter did a good job as acting as Michael. Like, he did a good job acting, but I don't know what his purpose was. What is he trying to do? He takes over, he's William's kid, and he's like, I'm here to continue my father's legacy. So, is he gonna go off and murder more people? Like, is that the legacy? Yeah, okay, what does legacy, like, what legacy? What legacy? What is he trying to carry on? Like, again, just murdering people? Because if so, then, you know, don a Spring Bonnie outfit, man. You gotta use the toys? The slaughter? Yeah, the man behind the slaughter. I will become the new man behind the slaughter. It has to be. Like, I don't understand his, like, the legacy thing. Like, I don't understand that. Like, okay, man. You do what you want to do, I guess. So, yeah. William had a kid. And also, there's more talk to be had. Like, is there an Elizabeth Afton now because of Circus Baby? Like, was there a little sister that they just didn't talk about? That Vanessa, of course, just refuses to say? Ow, my throat. But, like, yeah, I don't understand the purpose. Like, at the very beginning of the film, his character was to, you know, he was growing out of paranormal, going around showing off the location to the paranormal investigator. And then like as soon as Puppet gets released, he starts laughing and he's like, oh. But then he gets afraid that the puppet's out, and he's like, oh god, I don't want to die, so he runs out. And then he's like, welcome back. And then he took over the, like, see how this, like, he took over the toys at some point. I don't even know when that happened. I have no clue when he got control of the toys. Hey, Gems. Or Vanessa is dead, a circus baby and her human. Okay, that feels way too stretchy. If that happened, I think people would be super pissed, and I'd be there with it. That'd be so fucking weird. Oh my god, Vanessa's a robot. Vanessa's a robot. Could you imagine? Oh my fucking god. I really, really hope she's not a robot. Oh my gosh. I would lose my fucking mind. But yeah, let's just hope they're... Oh yeah, the Toy Freddy voice. Again, we'll get to that as well. But yeah, William has a son. Michael is officially canon to the games. Michael Afton. Let's fucking go, I guess. I hope they do more with... I assume, again, they're trying to set up for the third film, but this film should not have... Okay, I guess we're talking about the ending now, I guess. So, at the ending of the film, Michael tries to get all of them killed, and then Jeremiah clotheslines that bitch, and then he's out. Oh yeah, I also love JJ's appearance. Thanks, Scott. But so Michael gets out. He's free to do carry on his father's legacy or whatever the fuck he's doing. And after that point, it's like, okay, what is Michael gonna do now? So I assume in the third film, he's gonna do something. A big old something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something. Like there's just no context to what he is, and then suddenly he's like a twist villain. Yeah, I don't get that at all. I don't understand his character. Again, Freddie Carter did a good job playing as Michael, but I don't understand Michael's character at all. Next one. We never see the fixed mangle. I don't know if to count this or not. This is a question for you guys. Because, technically, yes, we do see a picture of the fixed mangle and the 8-bit version of the fixed mangle. But we never see the actual fixed mangle as like an animatronic. So that's a question for you guys. Should I count this? Because I don't really know. Also, by the way, the fixed mangle design, I know people are talking about how like, oh, there's no hook, there's no tail. I don't care. I don't really care that there's no tail or no hook. I think it's fine the way it is. Also, they just call it Foxy. They don't say like Toy Foxy. Well, they didn't even call them the toys. Fixed Mangle is not a unique character. I mean, it's not. It's another form of it. But I mean, like, in that case, then the Wizards aren't unique characters to the original characters. Because, like, if the Wizards become the classics, then, like, they should not be dubbed as separate characters then. So I think... I think that Mangle and a Toy Foxy count as two separate characters. Because it's two separate forms of a character. One person called Toy Freddy a toy-looking Freddy, and that's it. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess they do. I guess they call him like a toy. Yeah, I guess so. But also, it makes sense for them to not call them toys, because like, why stick a variant in front of it? Because like, I think they just go like versions. Like there's like blueprints. I'll put up a quick poll actually. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. I'll put up a quick poll for you guys, so we can take a vote. Because, again, we just see pictures. There is no actual, there's no actual physical model. Do we see fixed mangle? Boop. Yes or nah? Purple. Alright. What do we think about that? I'm also going to quickly take this. And y'all let me know what you think. Like I was a little disappointed at when MadPat only had... Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, again, we'll get there when we get there. But whoo, yeah, I was not very happy about that one. How we looking? So far, everyone has voted yes. Okay then. Again, that's kind of what I expected. So I guess we will count it. Go ahead and close that. Boom. So yeah, we do technically see fixed Mangle. So fair enough. Hey, Panda, good to see ya. We're talking about the FNAF 2 movie. Next one. Why are you blind? Oh yeah, there's a Christmas hat over my head. It's Christmas time. We're in December now. I have to get festive. This green bow tie, the green arm, and I got some spray paint. My eyeballs are also Christmas ornaments, but the hat is covering them, so you can't quite see. So next one, moving on. Bigger kill count. Was it a bigger kill count? I actually need to think about that one. The 3 paranormal peeps, they all died. Okay, so yeah, the 3 paranormal peeps died. The teacher died, so that's 4. 5 in total? Who was the 5th one? Because there was the 3 paranormal guys, the teacher. Who was the 5th one again? Charlie. All right. Fucking, of course, Logan. And in the first film, there was the 4 robbers. And are we counting Springtrap? Because if so, then yeah, that's 5 on 5. Dead kids. Oh! Yes, they... Oh, yeah! Hello, hot dog. The ant did not die. The ant lived. They explained that in the second film. Apparently, Aunt Jane only got knocked out. She did not die. And now she's in a psych ward. Which was really funny, to be honest. So yeah, I guess, yeah, there is not a bigger kill count in this. That's true. Well, welcome back. So yeah, so Aunt Jane does not count as a death. I also wish there was more kills. And I don't understand why they didn't do that. But the kills we had were nice. I mean, Mangle dismembering somebody was pretty fun. And that was it, to be honest. Because the girl, can't remember her name, she died just by being possessed by the puppet. And then the guy got shredded by little puppets, I guess. And then, yeah, this skull being crushed is also pretty cool, but, like, that's kind of all it for kills. So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, it doesn't count as a bigger kill count, so I can't say that, unfortunately. Oh, excuse me. That was disgusting. I said there was no Foxy jump scare. Again, yeah, really sad about that as well. So yeah, I guess we'll have to ignore a bigger kill count. Moving on, though. William will be an illusion. And remember, this one was made... I made this bingo before the second trailer had released. This was when the first trailer had released, and it was just like a teaser. And we only got little clips of William kind of... would it count with the hallucination? Because he was a hallucination for a little bit, for a couple scenes when Vanessa was freaking out. But then there was the dream sequences. And then after that, like, he just stopped showing up. So, he was an illusion, but for like a couple scenes. So, do we count this? I don't know. I don't know whether or not to count this. He only showed up for like a little bit. Dream sequence and hallucination. So is that do we count that? Yay or nay? Guess what we're doing? Another poll. Count it. I just got it. Okay, I'll look off you guys. Yes. Count it. Okay. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Because he was hallucination, but just not for very long. I wish he would have appeared more. I mean, I already knew he wasn't going to be there a lot because he said it in interviews. But, like, still kind of disappointing that he just didn't, you know, really do anything. Moving on. Torkoal got a little screen time. When I made that, I was kind of talking about, like, he would act like a rabid dog again. Carl, the cupcake. I hate the Mr. Cupcake name. It's stupid. So yeah, it was hallucination. So yeah, it counts. But also, going back to Toy Carl. So Toy Carl, being in the film, he was in the film for a couple of frames. Not a couple of scenes, because Toy Chica was holding him. So, but I was kind of talking about him being like a rabid dog again. Kind of going after people's ankles. So, but like, I was talking about it with my brother in the theater just a second ago when I saw it for the second time. So, and he said that I should count it. And I'm inclined to agree. Technically, by my wording, by my standards, he did appear. So yeah, Toy Carl did appear in the film. So yeah. It's been 2 years and I can't get over how Mr. Cupcake killed Carl in the Fnaf 1 movie. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Bro shredded his face off. Next one. Flashbacks! But obviously, yeah. This one, of course, counts. There was clearly flashbacks. We had quite a few, actually. Get off there. So, of course, at the very beginning of the film, we had the 1982 flashback, which I don't know if that's pointing towards, like, the official date when Charlie died. Don't want to use the movie as, reference towards the game lore, but that could make sense, just saying. But anyway, regardless of that, flashbacks. The beginning scene was my favorite part of the entire movie. Unfortunately, I hate that the very beginning was the best part, but it was really, really cool. Seeing Matthew Lillard as Spring Bonnie again was absolutely fantastic. Him luring away that kid. And Charlie, of course, being the protector that she is, tries to go after him and stop him. She finds the kid, picks him up, but unfortunately gets 3 stab wounds to the back. Which, youch! I have a replacement for the bite, but I might be way off. I think I might be way off for that, but I do like the idea. Kellen Goff is the normal voice actor for FNAF, but he's not the normal Toy Freddy voice actor. Oh yeah, no. Actually, we'll talk about that here soon. But we had that flashback. We had another flashback later on in the film. Is that a threat, Mr. Dog? Hey, look, I'm sorry I don't answer your comment. I'm aware that you were a different guy before. But I'm not going to keep answering the same exact comment over and over again. If you say that again, you will be put in timeout. You'll be banned from the daycare. So, moving on. There was a later on scene that Vanessa saw Charlie by the music box. And Vanessa said that I would see Charlie around the location. I gave her this music box to calm her down. And that was kind of it for flashbacks. Shut up, Panda. So that was, I think, all the flashbacks we got, but I'm counting it because obviously there was flashbacks, so yeah. And then moving on to the FNAF game voice actor. This was just saying a FNAF game voice actor would be in the film. And there was. Kellen Goff voices Toy Freddy in this film. And we'll also discuss all of the... Also, yes, the FNAF 4 box for sure. So to start off, Toy Freddy voicing... Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Kellen Goff voicing Toy Freddy. So, I came back from GalaxyCon, and I got to meet Matthew Lillard, Skeet, and Kellen. I also met Alex Lee as well, who voiced Nightmarion. But I quickly will show this off, because he was a super nice guy. Because Withered Foxy did not have the correct jump scare. I'm talking about the leap one, where like he jumps at the player. That one was not marked for that reason. Add a new source. So I'll just put pick as source. And quickly... Is it the first one? Yes. Here it is. So yeah, I got to meet Kellen again. I already met him before at a different point. But yeah, I got to meet him again. So he was a super nice guy, of course. And I asked him, and I was like, hey, I loved the voice you did for Toy Freddy. Because honestly, I did. I actually really did enjoy his voice that he did for Toy Freddy. he nailed it, and he dropped one of the hardest lines. And it was the "You left me to die" one. And I was like, I love the voice. I wish you were in it more. And Kellen was like, thank you so much. He's like, yeah, I wish I was in it more too. And I was talking about like I'm like, why does it sound like? Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, you picked Glamrock Freddy for the voice, and he's like, yeah. And he was like, the reason I did that was because I actually tried to do an impression of the Toy Freddy voice, but then they said for the film it just wasn't fitting. So they had me do they told him to do the Glamrock Freddy voice instead, and they ended up going with that one. So yeah, apparently he tried to do the Toy Freddy voice first, but the producers didn't want that, which makes sense. I do think hearing him being kind of goofy would be kind of weird, but also like I wouldn't have minded if it was you know Toy Freddy, because it's Toy Freddy. He's goofy and funny. Best out of the toys? Maybe. I didn't mind Toy Chica either. By the time the song we heard Freddy, I don't know. It's really weird. But that's what he said when I went up and talked to him. And he said the exact same thing to my brother as well when he met him. So yeah. Moving on though to Toy Bonnie as MatPat. We'll get to that when we get to that. So MatPat voicing Toy Bonnie. It was fun. I didn't think it was anything crazy. Kind of what I expected. I heard that they pitched his voice to like high hell. I answered this before earlier in the stream, but I'll say it again. But that's the last time I'm saying it. What Puppet? And I just thought it because of the ending song that Living Tombstone made. Because the end credits. Or the ending out of that. The It's Been So Long song talks about how a mother lost their kid and then the mother became the puppet. I thought that was kind of evidence, but it was a shot in the dark and I knew that to begin with, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. But yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Yeah, he was just pitched to high hell for some reason. I really don't know why they did that. And if they were going for like the AR voice, then I wish it would have gone all the way and just like full on Alvin the Chipmunk. But like you really could have gotten anybody to do it, and honestly I kind of wish they didn't even say who was voicing the toys, or even if the toys were being voiced at all, and left it as a surprise, because that would have been a bit more impacting. But yeah, that just never ended up happening. Did we ever actually find out who Garrett actually is? No, Garrett was mentioned like twice, I think. I talked about that earlier, but Michael Assen didn't do crap in the movie. I don't understand his character or what he was supposed to do. He didn't do nothing. Also, Megan Fox's Toy Chica. I was not expecting Toy Chica to be like a main character in this film, but like she talked the most out of all of them, and she did fine. I turned off the Mimic because I'm doing a discussion, and Mimic would be interrupting me a lot, so he's not here for that reason. But when it comes back to gameplay stuff, I'll have him back on. But Megan Fox did fine. I didn't think it was bad or anything. Like, she actually did pretty well. But, you know, I wasn't expecting Toy Chica to be, like, this main character. Also, I'm really sad that the beakless Toy Chica, like, all it was it was just for a gag. It wasn't actually, like, for a kill. So, like, come on, man, really? I was really sad about that. It was good to see Corey X Kenshin back as the cab driver. Also, I could say they said that Freddy's was right. What's in the box? The victim's treasured items put together. Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. If the box we see in Vanessa's closet is the FNAF 4 box, which I mean, like it's very, very close. So like, it might be. It being like trophies that like William just like kept, then yeah. Turn off his voice lines, then he would just be a static prop. Then what would be the point of having the Mimic here? But like, yeah, I mean, I could see it just being like trophies, just meant for William. I'm interested to see who all the trophies that he got belong to. Garrett being the plane, obviously, but like, you know, the journal, the marbles, the mirror. Like, I wonder who all those belong to. But anyway, moving on to the next bingo space. Freddy Nose Honk. No, there was not a Freddy Nose Honk. And honestly, if they were going to do it, it probably would have been the Freddy plush, like the like the squeeze of the Freddy plush that had that fucking meme in it. They could have done it there, in all fairness, but like I prefer the meme. The meme was way funnier. I actually really did enjoy that. So yeah, no Freddy, no honk. Moving on. New look for Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy wasn't in the film. Someone threw something at Freddy's face and it landed on his nose. And there was no, actually, you're right. There should have been, right there would have been perfect for it to go, that would have been actually perfect. They should have put it right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yes, Circus Baby as well. We talked about that a little bit, for the Easter egg characters. The Golden Freddy, yeah, okay. This one I'm hard set on. I am not counting this because Golden Freddy did not appear in this film. There was no Golden Freddy suit. The Golden Freddy kid was there, but there was no like Wither Golden Freddy, not even the regular Golden Freddy from the first film as like a giant head or something. Like he was there at the very end when the power of friendship scene came along. So it was just like, yeah. Unfortunately, Golden Freddy, there was just nothing there. So also apparently he's moving on to like heaven, so like we're never getting we're not gonna get another Golden Freddy. I don't think. I think he's just gone. That's it. It's really, really disappointing. I really don't know why they just decided, yeah, we're just not gonna do that. Who needs that? Yes, the Wither animatronics should have just been like yeah, okay, we're talking about it now. We're talking about it. What the fuck is up with the ending fight scene? Like, to be honest, the Foxy's entrance is pretty dope. It was hype because of the da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum. But like, why the power of friendship? Like, it really felt like fan service there of like the animatronics like beating each other up, fighting. It was, I don't know if it was goofy good. I just thought it was goofy. Like, it just felt so odd. Like, what were we, I couldn't take any of it seriously. Because I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? What unenjoyable. That is actually a, very good point, Doggo. The Toy Chica having spring locks. Like, why does she have spring locks? And like, I honestly wonder if like all of the characters in the FNAF movie universe just have spring locks on them now. I wonder if that's just how they're designed to be now. Because like those are spring locks in her suit. That during that ending scene when Chica snaps her neck, that tends to happen a lot in this film. So yeah, Toy Chica was just essentially the lefty in this film, which was really funny. That was such a weird scene. God, there was a lot of weird scenes. But to be honest, I actually, the puppet was done really well in this film, to be honest. I liked it a lot. This movie made me really, really love the puppet. And Henry, by the way. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Sorry. Moving on. That same damn forest. So, Panda asked what I meant by that earlier. I'm talking about that forest scene from the first film that we kept seeing when Mike went to sleep. Because, oh my god, we kept seeing that, and I'm like, if I see it again, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. So I'm glad we did not see it again. Like he went to sleep and then saw the forest again. I'm very, very glad he did not do that. Vanessa being Vanny, I have thought about that as well. I actually wonder if they're going to do that. It makes sense if they did, but I wonder how they're gonna like pull it off. I swear it took half the movie. Oh yeah, for real. Bro, the scariest part of the movie is puppet controlling Abby. That was honestly scary. Okay, the puppet possessing people is actually terrifying. Like, every time, like, the second time I watched the film, even though I knew it was coming, it disturbed me. Like, the way that she possessed one of the paranormal investigators, the ghost hunter. Like, that was really, really scary. Like, it genuinely got me. I remember the theory that these movies would be like the original trilogy, but different animatronics went out to real world, started hunting people, which were the classics. Yeah, we'll talk about Wither Bonnie here in a second, my poor guy. which is just the outline of the twisted ones. I have seen that theory, but I don't know. Yeah, the puppet was great. I love the puppet a lot. Moving on. Paper Pals. Though not shown off in the film, they are there in the behind the scenes video. Excuse me. So I'm going to just stick that right there. So like, we got the Paper Pals, technically. Yeah, every single puppet was absolutely phenomenal. The way the puppet was like being puppeteered was really, really well done. Like the puppeteers and the puppet did were phenomenal. They did great. Wait, split the what? I'm incredibly disappointed we didn't get more Paper Pals screen time. I love them. I mean, I could live or die without them. If Edwin got mentioned, I would throw myself into fire. If they mentioned Edwin at all, I would be like, God fucking damn it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the puppet was phenomenal. Loved the puppet. It had me a bit jumpy after the point. Again, I think this movie did actually fix every problem that I had with the first one. But now there's new issues, unfortunately. I feel like Mimic's movie design would go so hard, but I don't know how they would make him because he's such a complex piece of machinery. Whatever puppet broke out of Toichika's yes, Toichika's beak should have flown off. Or when the teacher was trying to get away from Toichika, I think it would be cool if like he tried to like kick her or like smack her or punch her or something like that and just punched off the beak. I think that would have worked just fine. I think a TV show would be better than the movie series. Maybe, yeah. No, I could see that. I could definitely see it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and quickly move on to a reference to a popular Fnaf theory. I don't think there was, because in the first film there was the Dream Theory book. So that's why I said this. Fnaf World Show. There was the thing that Chris Columbus announced, and they used the Fnaf World image, so you know what? Maybe. Fnaf World was actually shown off in the film. It was an arcade machine, I'm pretty sure, because we saw Dee Dee in a bounce pot. I like how the toys didn't even bother fighting back at all, like the Toy Chica had a solid second to prepare themselves. Yeah, no, they didn't fight at all. Actually, Mangle, what the hell? But yeah, unless... Okay, I'm not seeing anything, so I don't see anything on a popular FNAF theory. We'll go ahead and move on, but yeah, a FNAF World movie, or show. How would they go about that? What would happen? I didn't like the fact that animatronics felt so lifeless without the puppet. It's true, they did feel kind of... I guess that was kind of their point, though. I'm not really too disappointed in that, just because, like, yeah, the puppet controlling them is actually pretty cool. Like, I like that they're like the puppet was like controlling. Also, again, I'm not I mean, I see what you're saying, but I'm not taking this movie to be like, oh, like Dee Dee exists, because if so, that means that with that explanation, Pop Ghost and Candy exist in this world, and so does all of the Pop Ghost characters, and all of the Candy's characters, and all of the FNAF World characters. That means that they're actual animatronics. No, they are there purely for reference, and that's it. I'm pretty sure every reference that happens in FNAF doesn't have to have some sort of behind, like secret meaning. Like, it was there for a fun Easter egg, and I thought it was really funny. How did the puppet even know about the Abby and the animatronics? I was talking about that with my brother in the theater. We have no clue. I don't know. She was just like, lucky guess. I really have no clue why or how she was just like, yeah, I can get you. Or maybe Abby was talking into the Faz talker so much that, like, Abby was talking about, like, oh, I miss you, Chica. And maybe, like, I want to see you again. And then Puppet was like, oh, you want to see Chica again? Okay, then. I can help with that. Yes, Dr. Scrap Trap. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, I think it's because of the Fast Talker. I think if there was an explanation, I think it has to be with just Abby talking into the Fast Talker a lot. I think that could be it. Moving on. Henry reference. Again, I made this before the second trailer or before anything else had come out about the movie. But yeah, Henry was actually in the film, played by Skeet Ulrich. And actually, I'll quickly show you. I got to meet Skeet as well. Again, another phenomenal dude, but here he is. So yeah, oh, not me. Let me move this on top. But yeah, this was I was wearing a Helpy hat that day. But yeah, Skeet not only was, I think, he was such a highlight in this film. He talked, the way he spoke, the way I guess Scott just kind of locked in with his writing, you could really, really feel the pain that he felt when his daughter had died. Like, it was just so well done. I really, really, really loved it. So, and again, I got to meet Skeet. He was such a phenomenal guy. I'm like, I wish you were in the in the film more. But he was like, it's a setup for the third film, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, your character was just, it was just so well done. I loved him playing as Henry. It was so cool. And again, this movie really, really made me like Henry as well. Like, oh, so yeah, Charlie being murdered and then Fazbear Entertainment just sweeping it under the rug. Like, yeah, this guy's gonna be pissed off and depressed for the rest of his life because, like, it felt like nobody cared until, you know, Mike called him and finally there was somebody that cared about him. Like, he did so well. Skeet did such a good job. I love this man. He also, by the way, super nice guy when I met him. And oh my gosh, yeah, the fucking post-credit scene. With the leaving Dead Space 3-2, obviously the FNAF 6 reference, like, that was, I caught you so off guard and I loved it. It was great. Like, every time I think of Henry now, I'm just gonna think of Skeet. Like, he did such a good job. Also, my girlfriend is here in the corner. She is in the picture, but I don't want to show off her face, obviously. I don't have a model that can represent her just yet. Wade William also played, yeah. Again, great guy. Henry Face. You think Henry is dead? No. Also because the actor told me and everyone that it's a setup for the third film. That the reason why his character wasn't in this film that much was because it was set up for the third one. So yeah, he is definitely gonna be in the third film. Imagine a FNAF 6 movie. Honestly, I think my brother suggested a combination of FNAF 3 and FNAF 6, or at least the ending of FNAF 6 being in FNAF 3, because I don't think they're going to go that far. But I could be wrong. You never know. Maybe we will get to that point. So yeah, I hope Henry's character is used a lot more in the future films. So yeah, Freddy Mask nod. Not only was it just like, you know, it was not just a nod, it was actually a main crucial part in the film. And there was some actual like gameplay happening with Withered Freddy, Withered Chica, all looking at him, being like, "Oh, you're just an animatronic. I guess we'll go away now." I like how Mike was insane enough to be like, "Yeah, this might work." The question is how the Phantom's gonna work in for their. Oh my god, yeah, the Phantoms. I don't know how they're gonna do the Phantoms. Also, yeah, Springtime being in the film, obviously, fantastic, beautiful. But the Freddy Mask thing. So, obviously, Freddy tries to jump Mike. He puts on the mask, and it immediately gets, you know, he's like, "Oh, you're just an animatronic like me. Guess I'll fuck off now." Whether Chica gets that treatment, whether Bonnie didn't get one because her. But when it came to Wizard Foxy, Mike was like, "Oh, it's not working." Oh yeah, I do like the security office. What is it? Yeah, Mike saying how the security office is like poorly designed. Like what idiot made this? It was really funny. But yeah, let's talk about the Wizards now. Wizards will have little screen time. I called it. I knew that the film was just gonna not focus on them at all. And I think someone did the math. They had a total of 2 minutes, 30 seconds of screen time with all of them combined. From Mike seeing them, from them activating, to them, from Mike getting attacked by them. That was it. But also, yes, Balloon Boy got murdered. Balloon Boy didn't really do anything. Also, I like when Mike fell into the river. Like, Vanessa and Mike were panicking, like, oh my god, he's gonna get me! But it's like, bro, what the hell is Balloon Boy gonna do to you? Like, literally, like, when Balloon Boy got there, Mike just stood up and snapped his neck and threw him. Which, also, I gotta say, love that. That was great. That was beautiful. Also, BB controlled by the puppet? I assume Puppet was controlling Balloon Boy? But, like, Puppet was like, dude, I got nothing for you, man. You can't do anything. So, again, I like how Mike just got up, snapped his neck, and then threw his head. So, yeah. Also, my brother mentioned to me how, at the very beginning, when one of the ghost hunters got killed by the little puppet dolls, that was JJ. That was BB. That was hardcore BB. That was not JJ. JJ was not in this film. I wish it was... JJ would have been kind of cool, just for a second to see in there. But yeah, no, it was definitely BB. JJ has a lot more brighter purple colors that I feel like they would have gone for. But yeah, also, yeah, no JJ, no Shadow Freddy. We had Shadow Bonnie, but Shadow Freddy and Shadow, like, they just weren't there. It'd be really cool if River Balloon Boy thing that was actually JJ. And I think it would have been cool too. Like, you could have had JJ there and like have her try to go for a kill, but it's just not working. Again, I don't know what they would do, considering, again, Mike just, you know, snapped Balloon Boy's neck and then threw it. But yeah, the Wizard's getting a little screen time. It hurt my soul quite a bit. Personally, what I suggested was, even though if we wanted to get them more screen time following the script, when Mike was like, went back to the original location, was like, guys, I need you guys to help Abby. She's about to die. I don't know what to do. I need your help. If you really cared about her, you'll help. And then, like, I think they should have all walked out and been like, Dee Dee, actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind that. To be honest, doggo, I kind of wouldn't mind that. Also, yeah, Shadow Bonnie being just like a one-frame Easter egg, I'm chill with that. He does not need to be a main part in the film. Like, honestly, that quick flash and he's gone, cool. I'm okay with that. Also, how did the Trunks make it to the house before, without dying before? I guess Mike gained control is what the movie was trying to explain. We should have gotten a full fight. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, it involves that. The children should have come out and been like, yeah, we do need to help Abby, but we can't use these suits. We'll die the moment we step out. So then they make their way to the Fnaf 2 location. And I was originally like, oh, wait, how could they make their way to the original location? Like, they can't go that far. But then I'm like, oh, no, wait. Golden Freddy got outside of the location and went to Abby's house in the first film. See, I know. They would be able to make their ways to the Fnaf 2 location. And honestly, I think the original Missing Kids should have possessed the Wizards and then used the Wizards to go fight the toys. Like, again, still weird, but like, I think it would have worked for Wizards to have more screen time, and then we could have our fucking fight scene. I'm very sad that Endo 2 didn't make an appearance. So am I. What the heck? Yeah, I asked the same question. Where were they? They were just somewhere in the restaurant. Like, they just couldn't find them. Probably just overcharged their power. But no, the movie implies that Michael has control of the toys. So at some point, Puppet lost control, and Michael got control of them again. And yeah, maybe they were in the same room as Springtrap. But yeah, it implies that Michael controls the toys now for some reason. Don't understand Michael's character. Don't know what he was supposed to do. Don't know what his father's legacy was, but he sure did try. But yeah, moving on. Movie will be longer. Yeah, I was wrong. It not only was it not longer, it was like 4 minutes shorter, I think. So yeah, I don't know what it is with Scott and making these films short. But please stop. Please stop. So yeah, we're half of the cast of Fnaf 2 movie. No JJ, no Shadow Freddy, no Endo 2. For real. Maybe budget? I don't think it was a budget thing. To just stop Michael. I love Jeremiah in this film. Jeremiah was super hype. Jeremiah was the Iron Giant. Like, you could tell the way he at least cares about Mike and Abby, and I love his character. He's super sweet. I was praying for it to be 2 hours. So was I. Like, seriously, focusing on a lot of these scenes for a little bit longer or having a bit more dialogue would have made the movie a little bit better. So yeah. Moving on though, the last thing I have is VHS. What I meant by this was having some like Mike watching an old VHS or something like that. We can stretch it and kind of sort of count the paranormal hunters taking a look at the location, recording some footage. But it feels kind of like a stretch to me. Again, should we count that? That's up to you, chat. Are we gonna count that? Because that I don't think I want to count it. Because nah. But that is my bingo. And we did not get one. We did not get a bingo. No, we didn't. No, we never actually saw those tapes. So review. Okay, so after all this discussion, after what we've talked about, personally, what I think about the film. I think it is better than the first one. Someone spam texting me. I think it is better than the first one. It's fixed all the issues that I had with the original, but now there's new issues. Like there was a lot of good. There was some high highs and then some low lows. It was recording. Actually, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna count that just because like he was recording something, but like I don't know, I'm not counting it as a VHS. It doesn't really feel. I don't know. I don't think I can count it because like I want to like sit down and like see like a VHS. Like I want to like even like with the first film, like that would have been perfect. Yeah, nah. Also, yeah, the paranormal scoopers. Yeah, that's gotta be reference to like the actual scooper. But I liked all the Easter eggs. I don't think it's a bad film by any means. It had a couple emotional moments. My favorite emotional moment was probably the puppet holding Charlie like in her arms, which I thought was super super cool. Yeah, no, but honestly, I kind of like that. To be honest, yeah, it's a lot more action-packed. From the very start of the film, they kept throwing things at you, and I honestly really like that. For a Fnaf film, I think that really works. Like, we just kept getting thrown, like, there was no time to breathe. There was just, like action, like, things are, like, stakes are real. Like, this is getting serious. Like, genuinely, I thought Abby was gonna die. And it sounds messed up. I kind of wish she did. Because, like, when the puppet unpossessed the ghost hunter, like, that ghost hunter died. But when the puppet unpossessed Abby was fine. She said that she felt sick, but she was fine. And my brother was like, oh, the music box put her away. And yeah, that's fair. But, like, I don't know. I feel like there should have been a bit more consequences. Or maybe there will be consequences in the third film. We might see it. But also, real quick, I'll go ahead and show this last picture off. What happened to the body of the Scooper Girl? She was just dead in the corner. Like, they focused on her for like 2 seconds. The people who died were either barely given personalities or hated. Yeah, the teacher and then the paranormal investigators. They didn't really do anything. But quickly, I will show you this last picture of my last day at the con. And here he is! I got to meet Matthew Lillard. He was such a sweet dude. I love this guy a lot. So, by the way, I had to wait in his line for 6 hours because everyone wanted to see him. Obviously. And yeah, I am like 5'5". I don't know how tall Matthew Lillard is, but he is tall. Like, he is a big guy. Oh, no, for real. I thought he was gonna tough me in a shoe. Yeah, he was so tall. Like, and like, he's taller than Skeet. I think he's taller than Skeet as well, because like, oh my gosh, the height difference is crazy. But he was such a lovely guy. I gave him a rubber duck. It was all I had to offer him. But waiting in his line for 6 hours took a mental toll on me. But he was such a nice guy, and in the film, he was. You're 5'5", I'm 6'2". I think Matthew got the same height. Oh my gosh, I am so tiny. But Matthew in the film, for the little that he was in it, again, did a phenomenal job. The opening scene where he was Spring Bonnie, he played such a good killer. He played such a good... God, he did so well. He did so well, and I love him for it. He did great. So... Talk about... Okay, so... What are our pros and cons? I saw somebody say a pro and a con was the fact that Scott wrote it, and that's true. Pro is that Scott wrote it. Con is that Scott wrote it. You can really... Scott just loves to not say certain details. And it makes... like, you know, discussing, you know, a story and the plot, it just makes it so dragged out and slow. And god damn it. And my expectations for the story were high because Secret Mimic had a great story, I thought. Oh, hey, look at that. But I don't know. I loved it. I don't know. The film was better than the first one. I give the original film a 7 out of 10, and then this film an 8 out of 10, because I enjoyed it. I did. I had a good time watching it. But, okay, right, the ending. We have to talk about the ending. So, the ending with the puppet possessing Vanessa, possibly leading towards a Vanny route in FNAF 3. And then that was it. Like, it just stopped there. Like, I think that put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Like, it was like, that's it? Are you serious? That's it? And I'm like, another classic FNAF ending. 6'4" makes sense. But like, just the ending of just leading to nothing. So, yeah. It left, I'm like, there's no way that's it. Like, come on. I don't know where they're gonna go from there. And also, Mike has a valid crash out against Vanessa. Like, Vanessa kept lying to Mike and just would not tell him the truth. So I'm with Mike there, being like, nah, get Vanessa out of here. Like, she is clearly trouble. So I agree with Mike there, but like, yeah, the puppet then possesses Vanessa, and it's like, that's it, we're done, get out of there. The third film better be longer. And I can't wait to make that bingo. But yeah, my honest thoughts about the films was, it's good. I don't think it was peak. I think it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it a second time. But there's a lot of characters that didn't need to be there. A lot of screen time that a lot of more characters deserve to have. And while it did scare me, it's not gonna leave me with nightmares for sure. Like, it did scare me, but it's not like something that I'll think about constantly. And I'm like, I'm gonna be like in the corner, holding my knees. Like, I don't know. It's it's hard to say. I know people will probably happy about Blue Boy's death. I did like that. That was pretty funny. I guess we'll talk about it. I'll go by character by character. But Mike's character in this film, I like it. He's pretty much the same guy. He's trying to move on from the past, and he wants to help. Poor choice of words. He wants to fix his family, and then he said he wanted to fix Vanessa. Yeah, rough choice of words there, Mike. But then, you know, Mike is just he just wants to help out. He just wants to forget about all of this. That's his whole thing. He wants to be done. Before the time I was joking about Balloon Boy being decapitated and hung up on the strings like the musical. Oh my god, yeah, it's a random encounters reference. But Mike, I like his character in this film. He's he's kind. He wants to help out, but he's a guardian. He wants to just protect Abby at all costs, and he wants to help Vanessa too, and he sort of did, sort of. But yeah, then there was Abby. Abby caused all of this again. Because, I get it, she really missed her friends, and there was a very sweet scene where she went back to the original location, hoping to see them all again, but then, you know, none of them were there, obviously. And, like, the way she was about to cry, and, like, it was actually very, very sad. And I really did, I liked how it turned out. I liked that scene. That scene was really good. And then Mike trying to cheer her up by, like, why don't you grab something? And she grabs the Fast Talker. Like, that was very sweet. But then Abby getting possessed, you know, again, she just wants to, she wants to hang out with her friends again. But she is a little bit arrogant and a little bit annoying here and there. Because, like, she caused all of this. So yeah. If you think about it, BB is kind of an icon for the original games. No, he is! So him getting his neck snapped is really hilarious. See you, McNatchy, thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you back. But... Hey, Balloon Boy absolutely is an icon. Like, Balloon Boy did a phenomenal job for a little screen time he had, just, you know, being there. But yeah, I really enjoyed his character as well. But moving on, Vanessa. I hated Vanessa in the original film. Before I go, did you hear this one? Yes, I have heard about that. I actually was planning on streaming the Security Breach Cut Content mod. A little bit. The Security Breach Cut Content mod here soon. So I'll always talk a bit more about it there. But going back to Vanessa. Vanessa was quite a cool character in this film, to be honest. She lied a lot. We got to focus on her a lot more, though. I don't know why she's lying. I don't know why she feels the need to lie and just not say these things. But, because she's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. And then it's like, it's fine. But then you continue to lie and be like, oh, I didn't say I had a brother. I didn't say that more kids died. I still am not saying anything for some reason. So, you know, it's really confusing. And I do wonder if she'll play Vanny. And I wonder if that's why Vanessa has been set up the way she's been set up from the first film. Is that Scott wants to do Vanny again, but in this film. Sorry. Get out here. They stopped by though. If you see the blueprint of Classic Freddy theme, version 2, Toy Freddy's original location, whether Freddy is prototype, so 0.0. Makes sense. And don't get spoiled. Get out of here. Thanks for stopping by, but don't get spoiled. But Vanessa, I did like her character a lot more in this, because it was a bit more tragic. Vanessa was way more tragic, and I kind of felt for her a bit more, but I don't know. I still don't really care for her. I liked her more than I did in the original film, so there's that, at least. So yeah, moving on to who's the next character we should talk about. We'll talk about Michael Afton, sure. Michael Afton. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but what was his character? What was the point of him existing? What was he supposed to do? Because when I saw the first film, I was like, hell yeah, drink that hot chocolate. In the first, when I first saw this film, I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cool. He is controlling the toys. He's Michael Afton. That's crazy. But then when I saw the film again, I'm like, what does he actually do? Because he does, and it does subtly say that Michael takes control of the toys, like, at some point. Like, I don't know when, he just takes control of them. But he just does. So I guess there's that. He controls toys, and he wants to continue his father's legacy, which is some kind of legacy. Yeah, what was the point of Fast Fest? Fast Fest didn't need to happen. Like, oh my gosh. Michael, yeah, for real, no kidding. Michael Afton had way better hacking skills than Mike Schmidt. But like, I guess he didn't want the marionette to escape, but like, he has some kind of plan or something, and it involved Fast Fest. Like he said he added fuel to the fire. What does that mean? What do you mean he added fuel to the fire? What did you do by that? I don't know. Like, Fast Fest was showed off for 2 scenes, and then that was it. I guess maybe in the 3rd film they're gonna use Fast Fest again. But like, he didn't need to do any of this. Like, what's the point? Well, Evan, then he sent, yeah, Fast Fest did not need to happen. Like, besides, the only things that happened in Fast Fest was some kids being like, oh my gosh, it's Toy Freddy, and then Toy Freddy leaving. And then, like, they could have just said Fast Fest was happening. And then that was it. Like, they could, but it's, like, never showed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Emily, who led to his control. Yeah, I think it was, I mean, even in the games, like, William nor Henry owned Fast Fest, right? It's some random, like, junkie. Massacre, and it was overhyped. Like, yeah, nothing happened. Nothing happened with Fast Fest. So yeah, Michael and Fast Fest could have been scrapped completely, and like we could have rewritten the ending a little bit better. Like we wouldn't have missed a whole lot, to be honest. Again, I think just mentioning Fast Fest is okay, just being like, oh, this thing is happening, and then you see people in costumes, but you just never show off the location because like nothing happens in Fast Fest. So like, you know, what the hell. Would've been cool to see animatronics go rampant in the crowd. Yeah! They say that we found one real one. Yes! That was cool. I like the game lines. Even the puppet saying, I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way. Saying it to Vanessa makes far more sense than saying it to William. Because that's the biggest evidence of Michael, is that, you know, Charlie says, I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way. It's like, cool, why would you say that to William? But yeah, Michael said Hat Town would be dead by morning, and then nothing came of it. The toys are destroyed now. So that never happened. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Michael's character, Fast Fest, pointless, to be honest. I think Freddie Carter did a good job acting as Michael, but like, I didn't care for any of it. But then used her. Yeah, for real. I mean, fair enough. If you're not... just be like, yeah, I'll just possess you. Make it a lot easier. But, yeah. After that, who's another important character in this film? That's kind of it. Jeremiah. We'll talk about Jeremiah. Jeremiah is kind of a side character, but he clearly cares about Abby and Michael, and I call him like the Iron Giant, because he is. Henry. Oh my god, yeah. Henry. We can talk about Henry. But like, I like Jeremiah. He was a cool guy. That was kind of it. Point out that puppet only threatens Vanessa, never showing that they actually want to kill her. That's true. Like the puppet clearly does not want to kill Vanessa. I mean, it looks like she was going to and wanted to for a second, but then was like, well, I can't possess Abby anymore for some reason, so I'll just take you. But yeah, Henry, the best character in this film. Like I said, Skeet did a phenomenal job of, you know, acting as Henry. Like, this film made me really like Henry. Like, you could hear the depression, how sad he was, and like just, you know, the resentment he had against William. Like, he really hated him. I also can't remember, did anything end up happening to the puppet? Yeah, the puppet possessed Vanessa. And that was that. Oh, like the puppet character. It's implied that the puppet is moving around as like, you know, like possessing people, like putting the suit inside of the body, I guess. It's kind of what it is, I think. I don't know. But again, they're all confused, and they said they were sick, but they were possessed. They were talking to the fast talker, you know. Yeah. But Henry, despite being in the film only for a little bit, did a great job of being like Fast Fast Pizza did, like, this whole thing sucks, like, this is terrible, you should not be celebrating this, it is just, you know, it's a tragedy, you shouldn't be doing this. And him having a moment with Mike, like, actually opening up with him, it was, oh yeah, no, that one still gave me chills. And, there was actually this, my own fan theory was, I really was hoping that the puppet was going to be the mother, because I liked the puppet being a mother-like figure to these lost souls. And I'm like, I had a scene in my head where like the puppet was cradling a child and like you know, placing the child in front of one of the suits, and the child possesses the suit. You know what I'm talking about? It was like my own scene that I made in my head. But then like I sort of got that in the film, and I was like, fuck yes, like this. I love seeing this. I love it. It's great. But yeah, Henry was great. Henry was the best part of the film. Second place though, Charlotte. Her motivation from the start, which is hating the parents because they didn't help her, makes sense. Her possessing the puppet, using the puppet, makes sense. And then possessing people to go kill other people, like, makes sense. Like, she's angry for a very, very good reason. The parents were really, like, fuck the parents. I wish they would have died, honestly. A different popular Fnaf 2 song, like they already got. I know! I expected to hear the Living Tombstone song at the end anyway, but like I would have liked the 5 More Nights FNAF 2 JT music rap. I returned. How's Mango doing still in the event? I'm still there. Hi, Mango. But also, what the heck? Mango didn't get any screen time in the film. Like, she had a great car chase scene, but other than that, like, nothing happened with Mango. Again, a great car chase scene, but that was it. Like, I was hoping to see, like, Mango in, like, the Kids Cove area at some point. We never saw, like, a full body of Mango, besides on top of the car. Oh, yeah, their Bonnie's still stuck in there. He's just like, well, there was, like, only one way to get out, so guess I'm trapped here. Oh, my throat hurts really bad. I'll keep talking for a little bit longer, but I won't be streaming for too long. But yeah, also sorry I've been gone for a long time. I got really busy with Thanksgiving and GalaxyCon. But yeah, I'm back now. Plan on streaming a bit more. That scene was honestly pretty funny, to be honest. Next stream, I think Wednesday. Probably Wednesday then. Yeah, Wednesday. Probably Wednesday. Probably then. But I think I'm gonna be streaming Security Breach Cut Content mod. Or actually no, I have a couple of other ideas. We'll see. You'll see. But overall, I do think the critics are tearing this film apart for the wrong reasons. There are some critics that are very fair in what they're saying. But I don't know. I was hoping that they would, and they did. They learned lessons from the first one, but now there's new issues in this one. So I hope they learn lessons from this film as well. The ending cutscene with Springtrap though was really good, and I really like that. Yeah, for real. I do like Mike being like, what kind of person what kind of idiot designed this place? And you know, Scott taking a jab at himself. And yeah, some critics will take it as well, but also like, if you super hate this film, completely fair. I could absolutely see why you think this film is really bad. Like, it is completely reasonable to think that. If you think it's really good, I could also see why. And like, there's a lot of things for fans. But if you think it's just mid, cool. Like, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Let people have their opinion. Of course, don't shove it down people's throats. Like, don't go being like, oh, if you think it's a good film, then you should die. Or like, if you think this is a bad film, you should die. Like, yeah. I know, and like, yeah, I did not like that. I did not like the animatronics coming in to save Abby. Like, that scene was stupid. Like, what the fuck was that? Why? Why did we do that? Like, the very ending of the film, like the end of the film, and that whole last like 15-20 minutes, like, it was starting to fall apart hard. Like, I wish Scott didn't like make this film like to stand like this film should have stood on its own. It should have had a beginning and an end. But no, like, Scott is almost relying on the third film for this to, like, you know, continue. And it's like, I mean, we are getting a third film. This movie has done really well. I think it's beat Zootopia 2 in the box office, which is completely insane. But a reference to 559 would have been pretty funny. But yeah, overall, I'd give the film, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I said 8 earlier, but after talking about it a bit more, yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. But yeah, I think it's about all I have to say on that topic. Any other things we want to talk about real quick before I sign off? You know, it is definitely the most FNAF movie ever. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it is. And I think, honestly, I like it for that reason. I remember seeing an ad of W2 of it saying it's the highest grossing box office of this year. I said to myself, yeah, Disney, just wait for December. That's fair. I think Zootopia 2 is a overall better film than FNAF 2. But, you know. But, It is. It's the most FNAF film ever. I'm from the UK, so I'm jealous you guys get popcorn buckets, not gonna lie. I still don't have one, so don't be too jealous. I don't have one of my own. But oh man. I wonder what gets cut, you know? Like, I wonder if there was some cut stuff that just didn't make it that maybe would have let us breathe a bit more on these scenes, but I don't know. Okay, I guess we could actually we could do the popcorn buckets real quick. FNAF popcorn buckets. It should be an image here with all of them. FNAF 2 movie. My God. All. Where is it? Hold on, sorry. Okay, I'll try to find all of them if I can. But let's go ahead and take a look at all these popcorn buckets real quick. Hey guys. Okay, so the first popcorn bucket we had was this one. This one has a removable face. I like this one a lot. This one is pretty cool. Yeah, $60. Is this children? No, this is Sonic Christmas music. But yeah, this one is pretty cool. Has that removable face. You put popcorn at the top. Like it's just kind of like a toy at this point. Yeah, $60 is quite insane, to be honest. I do not think it's worth $60. I think it's cool, but I'd pay like maybe $40 for this one. As a, you can use it as, yeah, that'd be a really dope piggy bank, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's fair. That is pretty. Yeah. Okay. Do we do like A tier, B tier, stuff like that? I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Okay, next one we had was this guy. There was this, the Mr. Cupcake Tumbler. So you can yeah, it's a fucking drink, which is really cool. $30 for this guy. I don't know if $30 is worth it. These are ranking the FNAF movies on a tier list. I mean, maybe that's a good idea. I might keep that in mind. It's not a popcorn bucket. It's a drink. It's a cup. And it's really weird. just like before. It's very odd. But I like it. It's a straw with the candle and stuff. Like, that makes sense. Like, I think this one's pretty cool, and it makes sense. $30 though. Again, wild. But I mean, I think I'd pay for that. That's kind of cool. All right, let me go see if I can try to find popcorn buckets. Oh, okay. Just like it. Oh, there's a Pochita. That's cool. Oh my god, that Megan one is disturbing. I hate that one. Wasn't there like a there's like a fast talker popcorn bucket? FNAF movie, fast talker, popcorn bucket. I'm charging so much in 5 years for the bucket. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this one. And like how it can actually like talk too. This one's probably the best. And I imagine also being $60. But this one I think is my favorite because it actually talks. So I think this one's probably my favorite. I'll put this one on top of all the other two. I'd like to point out that there is a BB animatronic and a BB statue. Yeah, that's true. I find that kind of funny. There are 3 BBs in the cinematic universe. That's really funny. The price of these, I might as well just make my own buckets. Dude, for real. Like, these prices are crazy. But I do like the fast talker one the most. But yeah. That's that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to end stream here. No bingo for us, unfortunately. And the FNAF 2 movie was overall pretty alright. And the popcorn buckets were pretty alright. But thank you everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna go rest my throat for a little bit. And I will see you guys probably on Wednesday. Love y'all. Take care. Don't trip. Yeah, fair enough. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, collector.